Hey Ed, how you doing? Sorry about that, but I was hoping that somebody was going to join me. I started up earlier, like about 5:30, and I was wanting to catch this ship. The Saginaw was putting into Sarnia for winter layup, and so I shut it down and figured I'd come back on again now, if anybody is interested. Maybe I just overthinking it. So please excuse the cut in one or the other. So, hey, Brenda. Yeah, and the colors work. Well, I had to use my backup drone, my backup Air 2S, because my Air 2 started acting a little bit hinky. And so it's the first time I flew the backup drone, and it was a little bit touchy too. So I don't know, maybe it's me. Yeah, Ed, that's called a classic with the pilot house forward, engine room and crew quarters to the stern, and all the hatches, and this is the boom for unloading.
I'm here.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah,
How you
I'm
doing?
out having a walk this morning.
You're having a walk?
Yeah, just thought I'd do something different. Nice, a nice big park near me. So I thought I'd go for a walk. Yep, beautiful place.
Hey, Brent,
Yeah,
I'm gonna show Brenda the raw video.
yeah, go for it.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready, Brenda? Let me screen share. There's no audio with it because I just got in. So
Yeah.
that's the Saginaw. It's a classic. It's an old classic. Heading up for layup.
Hmm.
It's actually putting in right now into Sarnia.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice golden hour tones there.
Yep. I'll edit it later on and post it.
Hmm.
There's the sun setting out there.
Yeah. Yeah, hello, Mark.
Hi, Paul, Dominic.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I came on just as you went to film that ship.
Yeah, because I tried to find somebody to take the channel and keep it going, but
Yeah. There was only Jody in the chat, I think.
It was because I was waiting for the. I didn't see any notification.
Yeah, no, it was very early.
Oh, okay. That's
About
probably why I missed it. I was looking notification around my 9 o'clock, which is 5 p.m. Eastern and
right.
10 p.m. yours. I didn't see any notification. I had the phone right in front of me.
he came on about 1:45.
Oh, okay. Had I seen that, I would have just come on and probably, yeah, that's all right. Shit happens. But you got a good video there at least, so that's
Yeah, well, and the thing of it is that the shipping is going to shut down pretty much
yep,
100% here in the next week, and so I wanted to catch this one because it is a great old one,
yeah, and it's a pretty decent
and it's
sunset as
clear
well.
sky. Yep, exactly.
Clear skies, yeah. Yeah, your days are getting longer, so you're gonna start enjoying that too. Yep. As you can see, our days are turning to shit because I'm wearing a jumper.
So I mean, it's dropped to about 30 degrees centigrade now.
It's currently 17.
Ah.
I walked out this morning and went, it's 17. Oh, that'll be all right. Walked out, got into the car and went, nah, I better just go and get a jumper just in case.
Yeah.
I think we had a maximum of 11 today.
11. Shit, that's a heat wave.
Yeah.
You'll be busting out the shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah. It's due to go cold again next week, I think.
Uh, but you're in the northern hemisphere. You're heading in the right direction at least. I'm
Yeah.
heading in the wrong one. But as we come to the end of summer and the start of autumn, it's a bittersweet moment because all the fine days are gone. But my religion, football, starts in autumn.
Mm.
Goes through all of winter, and that keeps me happy. So it's a bittersweet moment.
Yeah, we've got about 4 months of football left, and then it
Yeah, I
finishes.
know. Yeah,
Well,
I
we
know.
got
Yours is
just a few weeks left of our football.
2 or 3.
Well, I think three. The
Yeah,
Super
3
Bowl
because the
is
9th of
3
Feb.
weeks
Yeah.
away, I think.
Yeah, 9th of February. Yeah, we were bemoaning the fact that your seasons have got longer because the Super Bowl used to be on Australia Day weekend
Yeah, it used to
over
be
here.
like towards the end of January.
Yeah, it was usually the last week of January.
Well, it kept adding more teams, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brenda says that her weather sucks.
Yeah, well, you've got something to look forward to. I'm looking forward to the weather being sucky.
Yeah.
I think you've got 4 games this weekend.
Yeah.
So that, I guess, would be the quarterfinal.
Playoff. So the two winners of those two games
Yes, the
will
quarter.
meet in the Super Bowl.
There's 4 games.
There's 4 games because there's still got to be the divisional championship first.
Okay. Yeah.
AFC versus NFC. And then the winner of the AFC championship and the winner of the NFC championship go on.
Yeah,
So it's sort of like if you win the AFC or the NFC, you've at least got some sort of bragging rights. It's like a
Yep.
consolation prize. It's like winning the silver medal.
Yeah. What have you got? The
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our season is a total of 30 games.
You've got Kansas versus Houston.
Yeah.
At 5:30 on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Washington versus Detroit at 8:00 on Saturday.
Okay.
Then you've got the Rams versus the Eagles
Rod.
Hi, Rod.
at 3:00 on Sunday. And Baltimore versus Buffalo at 6:30 on Sunday.
Are they UK times or US times?
They're Eastern.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Dominic.
Yep.
You might
Oh,
want
great.
this. This is the 04. It came in today.
Oh, nice.
Or I should say my inventory came in today. 5 of them.
Yeah.
Four of the pros and one of the 04s.
Okay.
I'm working on the TPU mount for one of my drones. And that dumbass 3-inch drone that I fought for so long and it got working.
Yep.
And then it crashed and I went, I think it's a motor. It's not a motor. It's the ESC. It's the fucking flight controller. Just shaking my head going, God damn it.
Back to the drawing board.
So that drone is going to sit in the corner for a while.
Yeah. It's going to sit in the corner and think of what it did.
Whilst I build the other 3-inch frame.
Yeah.
And make it all work. And then once I get this one working, then I'll know all the differences that I did when I built it to make it better, or at least try to make it better. So part of it is getting more dampening everywhere, which is that that grease, using that grease in different spots. In fact, I put it in a spot that I went and thought about later and went, oh crap, I need to do the other side of it. So can you see the screws that sort of hold the flight controller there in the middle coming through the frame?
Yeah.
So there's nuts there because they say you got to put nuts in order to keep the vibrations so the screws don't freaking wobble on you. So I put some of that grease between the nut and the frame. You know, I stuck the screw up and put some grease in there. And then I realized later I probably should have put some on the bottom where the screw head touches the frame so that there's a little bit of dampening on the bottom side as well as on the top side for those screws.
Okay.
But yeah, since I read across that stuff, believe me, my brain is crunching around. Where are all the little teeny tiny things places that you can put things in that will help vibrations
Yeah.
in the frame?
Yeah.
And I had to redesign this holder for the 04. And I took it over into Tinkercad and I just kind of blew it up. That didn't fit.
Mhm.
Because the problem is when I blew it up, it also made
Yeah.
everything thicker. I'm like, I don't need it thicker. I just need a bigger size.
Mm.
So I had to go back and I literally, actually, here's the original version of this thing. So this is different than what you normally have. Normally you have a little TPU that's attached in the frame with the screw holes and you screw it in. This frame came with this thing and this piece in the back. The standoffs actually run horizontal, not vertical on this frame. So this thing actually attaches to that standoff and you use that to sort of
Oh, okay.
rotate the camera up and down. And then this is surrounding the entire camera. It's actually probably a better setup because the entire camera is surrounded by TPU. Except
Mm.
for a little bit that sticks out because you need a little bit to stick out so that you can put the filter, an ND filter
Yeah.
in the camera.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But I was sitting here staring at this thing and you can see there's a little ledge where the camera's kind of sticking out the front, right? So what I was thinking about doing was actually adding some TPU in the front, kind of on the sides of the camera here, so that
Yeah.
maybe the TPU would take the hit instead of the camera lens taking the hit kind of thing. But that's why you put an ND filter on it. But I was like, I can actually probably make an improvement on this thing by adding a bit more TPU to the design. It's one of the things I've kind of learned to do. I can't draw these things from the get-go because Tinkercad's just basically squares and circles and put it together to build your thing. It's not, you
Yeah.
can't just like draw and make curves and bends and all that kind of crap. So I can take the
Yeah.
stuff that the manufacturers release and sort of slice and dice it and modify it to make it work and do other things. One of the problems that we were having, and Maddie and I both had the problem with the drone, was, let's see here. Oh, come on. There you go. The GPS, which is here, right?
Yeah.
So the actual GPS is the way it's held in. This is kind of the holder for the 03/04. By the way, the 04 actually fits in here. I need to actually probably shorten it by a millimeter because the 04 is a little thinner. But
Mm.
anyways, on the insides of this, which attaches to the frame, there's some little slot. You can't see them. There's some little slots cut in, and the GPS actually, the edge of the board actually slides into those slots, and then you have this little square that sits on top of the GPS. Well, the problem that I ran into, because I got a bunch of crap in the back, is if the antenna folds down, it sort of puts pressure up in there and it will pop the GPS out.
No.
It's like, and the TPU that's sitting on top of it ain't attached to nothing.
Mm.
So in
Um,
front of the GPS is a standoff, which is for this other piece that sits on the top. This other, come on, camera. This other protective piece that sits on top is connected to two standoffs.
Yeah.
So, me being me, I pulled the connectors from that other piece and actually put it onto that. Let's see here. Ugh. So there's the square, right? Which is what the original was. And let me get my hand out of it and get my fingers out of the way. I added the little connectors that were on the other thing to hook to the standoff. So now now that thing will actually be hooked to the frame. So if the GPS tries to like come up and out of there, that hopefully the TPU will hold on to it long enough that it won't fly away. I literally had one fly away.
Hmm.
I did a move upside down and it fell out
Mm.
and came disconnected. So I'm actually thinking about modifying this piece because I kind of want to put a hook on this end that goes
Mhm.
down and under the GPS so that I kind of, so I kind of like your fingers pinching the GPS kind of thing. Because there's nothing really in the back holding that GPS. So it could still flip up far enough and not hang on to it. But
Yeah, Brenda, Joe is shooting a basketball game.
Okay.
so anyways, I'm becoming part engineer, Dominic, with doing TPU parts and tried to make things
Yeah.
better.
As you build something, you slowly realize certain things, and then you realize, oh, okay, how about we modify this, or how about we modify that?
Yeah. So, well, let's see if it shows up. So see how it looks like sort of two jet engines on the ass end of this thing? So it
Yeah.
comes with LEDs that you can put in there so that you can light that up. The problem is, and I don't know if you can see it. Let me get closer. The problem is I got boards and other crap fitting
Yeah.
down in there. And all those little jet engine cosmetic things are doing is just fucking taking up space and sort of screwing things up. So again, me being me, um, I literally recreated, well, I took part of it and then recreated it. But I took those two little jet engines off. I put this little square piece on there, and there's two slots in here. So one of those slots is actually for my receiver, so I can mount my receiver in there, and the other slot is actually for a power board that I'm using for the O3 air unit or O4 air unit soon. Um, so one of the things Maddie told me a long time ago was that with the O3 air unit, to take the power in the ground out of the plug, instead of using the plug into the flight controller, because the flight controllers are a little goofy about actually giving voltage to the
Mhm.
O3 air unit, and the BEC can sometimes fail. But the O3 can take 26 volt to power. So Maddie's advice was just take the power and solder it directly to the ESC because the O3 air unit could take it. Well,
Mm.
there's one problem with that. I
Uh-oh.
ran into it on that other 3-inch frame. Something got grounded and it
Mm-mm.
spiked and I toasted two O3 VTXs with a power spike. And I'm like, oh God, there's got to be a way to handle this. And so I found these little from Maytech. They have these little boards that are 6 to 60 volt that in fact, they're solder pads so that you can output either 9 volt or 12 volt coming out of that. It's
Mhm.
kind of a step down kind of power board kind of thing. So I put that in so that my O3 actually plugs into that. So if I get a spike, all I'm losing is that little $20 power board, not the $200 O4 air unit.
Yeah.
So, and the other upside to that is the flight controller isn't having to manage that power because, to be frank, these guys are kind of chintzy on their power management on these boards,
Mhm.
which I've said before. So, anyways, I'm kind of learning through all of this. It's costing money to learn, but I'm learning through all of this and sort of learning the weak spots and what the hell they sell us and
I
sort of
have a point where you learn for free. It's always
yeah, be nice, but okay. I'll be right back. I gotta go see if this is my final product off the printer for the camera. And see if I
oh
got it right. To see if I actually got it long enough. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna have a problem that the camera's gonna stick out a bit, which means I'm gonna add some extra TPU there on the sides to try to help the
Mm.
TPU take a hit, not the camera taking a hit. So I'll be right
Hey,
back.
Jody, Dusty, JD.
Hello, everybody in the chat.
Can you, Dominic, can you see at the bottom how many people are
No,
in?
I can't see YouTube. I can only see Zoom. I'm on my phone.
Okay. Because, usually it tells me how many people are in the, in, are watching or whatever. And
Yeah.
that's not on here anymore.
Okay.
If they took it off. Mark, can you tell how many people are watching the channel?
Um,
Usually right
so,
down at the bottom underneath
yeah,
everything,
so,
it says,
well, on YouTube, total messages says 11.
YouTube has 11.
Yeah,
See, I go to YouTube and it,
because Zoom says there's 4 on the panel, which there is, but YouTube says there's 11 people in the chat.
It's 6 watching. I just muted and went over to YouTube on my phone.
Mine still says 11.
Yeah, it says, okay.
That sounds close to the number I saw when I came.
well, see
Actually,
down at the bottom, usually down where it says live from Studio B, Palmer.
mine says 12.
And it gives me a number, but I don't have the number down there.
Yeah,
Hi,
mine
Donald.
says 12.
Donald says this.
Oh, now it did it.
Yeah, it's come up now. I had to refresh it and it says 12.
12 people now.
Yeah, it's gone up to 12.
27 minutes we've been on. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. 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 Can I say ooh?
Yep. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Let's see. Let me get over in the other screen so I can see what the hell. Yeah. Make sure I see what you get. So
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
there's the 04. So that TPU wraps around. I have not seen this type of TPU for the camera on any other frames. Probably because most standoffs are vertical, not horizontal. So with this one being horizontal, he decided to create one that was like that, where this piece attaches to the standoff. And I think I got the length about right. Now the question is, will it fit in the frame? Is this TPU thin enough? Ooh, 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 ooh. Hang on. Let me make sure the holes are. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. There you go. 04 in the frame. I guessed right on the length. And I really can't shorten it. So you'll notice that let's see here. Let me put my hand behind it.
Kind of makes it look a bit heavy.
There's a bit of the camera sticking out the nose. So the frame is not going to help the camera at all. It's only going to be the TPU. So I really need to go back and put a little extra TPU on the side. Or maybe, I could actually put some on the top or on the outside, do sort of a cone, sort of a cone kind of thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lance.
to add some
Hey.
additional
I like-
additional TPU. So here you go, Lance. 04 on a FPV drone.
Whoa, nice.
Had to redesign the T. Had to do lots of monkeying with the TPU.
Oh yeah,
But
it works
wow,
okay, huh?
this one fits great. So the other 3-inch that I built, I used this print from them to mount the 03. But the one when I built the very first one, which was the one that I gave to Maddie, I used the more traditional one where it just has a TPU in the side and you put the screws in. So this one has no screws. It just fits in there freaking tight, and then it rotates up and down
Hey, Don.
on the standoff to rotate the camera. But by golly, I actually got that. I got lucky. That fits nice in that frame. So 04 and a 3-inch frame.
Wow.
The other interesting part is, I think I mentioned it earlier. Remember I said that it sort of had. There's two of them. There's two here that make up the side plates, but
Yeah.
you can see this bottom. So the 03 sits in there. That's how it holds the 03 and in the frame. I'm sort of these two, one on each side, sort of holding it in there.
So, Donald,
So-
what are you up to?
I thought I was going to have to make that opening larger because theoretically the 04 is about a millimeter longer than the 03.
I think Donald's just clocked off.
Yeah.
Yep. Donald just clocked off.
No.
But as it turns out, at least with this print, I don't know whether it was because the print is just a smidge bigger than whatever, the 04 actually, the VTX fits in there. And the one thing I actually need to do is I actually need to shorten it this way because the 04 is actually thinner than the 03 by about 1.5 millimeters. So, which is actually good because that will be 1 more millimeter between the 04 and the flight controller. So if I need to run wires between them and things like that, there'll actually be a little more space in there. And a lot less likely to get something pinched as part of it. Ugh. Yeah, you become half engineer, Paul, in building these things.
Well, you've got more patience than I do because I'd have put it out to the trash by now.
Yeah, that other one is killing me. I hope this one doesn't turn out the same way. But there are some differences. Part of it is using that sort of anti-vibration grease in all the right places. The other part of it, which I'm certain will make a difference to the problem that I was having, is that these new motors are 2300 kV instead of 2800 kV. So I'm about 20% less propeller RPM, give or take, which is fine because it's a 3-inch. I don't need to spin it at 5-inch speeds. So I think that other motors may have been sort of overpowering the props in the frame, and that's why there was a bunch of noise and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping between sort of toning the motors down a bit and putting more anti-vibration crap into the whole build that I won't have to fuck with it falling out of the sky like the other one. But Maddie and I both did the same thing. And the one thing that was in common is the motors.
Kind of looks top heavy like the Avata.
That is the Avata 2 camera.
Yeah, I know.
Ah.
But
The
I'm just-
exact same camera.
it looks kind of top heavy, the same as the original Avata.
Mm.
The
You know,
camera
Dominic,
or the
that
drone?
looks like a nice
the,
day.
The whole
Yeah, it's
drone sticks up.
Yeah.
Was cloudy. It's now turning into a nice day. Hopefully
Yeah,
it stays.
it looks like
So
one of
let
those
me-
days where it's just cool enough, but when the sunshine hits you, it's warm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got a jumper on for the first time in a couple of weeks. So starting to cool down. It's a nice 21 degrees Celsius, which is
I'm
what.
just looking. It
So
looks
Mark,
beautiful sky.
Yeah.
oops. This is where the battery mounts on this drone. So it's not top heavy at all. The battery's on the bottom.
All right.
Oop. Yeah, here, let me turn it around. Yeah, there. So to fly like that, just like the racers do. All the
Basically, a
racers
flying
have
battery.
yeah,
Well,
for a
it-
racing drones, the battery's on the bottom.
It
Gives
looks
it a better balance.
it looks
Mhm.
taller than it is wide.
Almost. He did that intentionally. So it's actually shorter than most 3-inch drones.
Mm,
So instead of going this way, right, longer, he shortened it as much as he could. I mean, these props are actually my other props are even closer to each other. There. Those two props are if I use the 3-bladed props, they're almost touching. That's how close they are on this frame by design. And then you're right, he did make it a tad taller so that you could put everything in there, right? The flight controller and the O3 in one spot and keep all the weight centered on the frame.
mm,
And then with the battery on the bottom, then you got sort of equal weight top and bottom, so you're not actually top heavy at all.
mm.
This freaking drone, when it was running, and Maddie's when it was running, god damn, this thing is fast. And you'll look and you're going 70 mile an hour with this thing, and it's just like, crap, I'm not even pushing the throttle hard. So yeah, this thing's get some giddy up and go. That's why I need to get it fixed. I love that drone. That drone is absolutely fun. So the other thing on a good news front, as far as 04 goes, is crap. Which picture was I using as my background? That one? Yeah, that'll work. I didn't anticipate that the bind and fly guys would release parts so that you could upgrade the current drone that you have. But iFlight released a new nose for the Nazgul, which is the 5-inch Nazgul that I have, so that you can put an 04 in. And it was only $8.99 if I ordered one. GepRC has released one for one of their drones. It's just not the one that I have. It's an older drone. So I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed that they will release an update for the domain so that the domain can support the 04 too. If that happens, then literally all my drones can support the 04 that I have. I knew the ones that I built would.
Donald, you've gained a really loud fan noise.
Yeah.
I've gained. Oh, did I lean in towards the? I've gained the noise.
Yeah, like a fast moving fan.
Yeah, it's a fan.
Well, that was shut down, so you're probably hearing the
Oh,
same thing that has been running. I don't know why it would have gained it.
Some form of electric motor.
Fan on the power supply?
No, I've got a raid over here. So
Anyways, there's your
anytime
technical
you hear a
news.
hum, it's
There's some
usually the
technical
raid.
news for the. There's some technical
Yeah.
news for the day for you.
Eject that raid here. Once that's gone,
God, that took me a while. That took me a while to make that dumbass thing, but
Nope, still there.
I like it.
As long as you like it, that's all that's important. It doesn't make a difference when anybody else.
If it fits in the frame, it fits in the frame.
Yeah.
So looks like this would be my first 04.
Still there.
For my 5-inch, it's got the entire front cage is TPU, so I just got to reprint it to put the holes in the right place, and I'll be done with that. That'll take 30 minutes.
So Donald, what have you been up to today? You work today?
Yes, I did.
Did you accomplish anything or just work?
Mainly just worked.
Hmm.
I'm
I
wondering.
need to send somebody a picture. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's do it this way.
What you need to do is you need to start your own channel and call it Building Drones. And you can invite all the people that are interested in that kind of thing, because I don't think is a channel about how to put together and
Bardwell.
modify drones. But
Yeah, Bardwell does.
There's several out
Bardwell
there.
does. Yeah, there's several for sure.
Yeah, gelato.
I don't watch any of those guys. So.
You know, Mitch used to do it.
Gelato is a lad with autism, and he is amazing at stuff he builds. Although you can tell
Who's the guy that
he's-
deconstructs the drone?
yeah, you can tell he's autistic because he just keeps going and saying the same thing over and over again. He has to talk you through everything.
All right, Mark, did that fix the audio?
Yep.
All right.
What was it?
It's my computer.
Hmm.
I sit here stream from it's an editing computer. It's for editing. So it
Was your mic too close?
no, my mic is right here. I'm using that.
What'd you do? Turn it
Mike
off?
May- No, I went into the audio settings on Zoom and just turned on noise suppression.
All right.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Yes, because whatever it was, there must have been more than one thing, because it was starting to get a beat oscillation every now and again.
That's weird because I mean I can hear it, but okay, well that's good to know.
Yeah, but it's good that it's gone. Yeah, I'll be back in a second.
That's good to know that this
All right.
clears out.
Oh,
Don't need to go. She's rung off.
we got a lurker who's not typing. Although he just typed to me because on Messenger. So half hour. Ken's out there lurking and watching. So I guess he's seen everything that I've shown. I just sent him the picture.
I don't know whether when Lance said the guy that deconstructs them, he means Ian Madstech.
Oh, probably. I love Matchstick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's him. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah. Matchstick.
Hey, and
Love Matchstick.
from North Wales.
So Ken, since I know you're out there lurking, should I add some additional TPU in front of the camera to try to keep the lens from taking a hit? I think I know the answer to that one already. Yes. Oh, let me go figure out how to do that.
High of 31 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 20 degrees.
Be nice if I had something that was a cone. Maybe I'll go look on Yagi. Yagi.
In
See
live
somebody-
streaming news, I acquired myself a nice little ring light yesterday.
oh,
Uh-huh.
good news. Good news.
If you can't tell how youthful and unwrinkly my face looks. It was a little cheapy one that was left behind by somebody.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to steal that. And I was
Okay.
told, okay, steal it. I'm like, all right.
Whoa, he finally quit lurking and started typing.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm trying to find a camera lens protector that I can,
So
I should
what,
say,
what have you done with that then? Put it around your webcam.
Yep.
Mm.
So see? You can see it behind me in the Evil Dead poster.
Yeah.
It's
There's a,
just-
that's what
there
I'm
is a
looking
reflection of the
for.
bright
I have
light
it.
there.
I have it sitting just behind the monitor, so I can still kind of look at chat and still make eye contact with the camera.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a professional, where I can just talk directly to the camera and not
This
care
one's
about
free?
what's going on in chat.
Ooh, this one's free.
Mm.
Yay, this one's free. Come on.
Someday I'll be that kind of professional. I can just go ahead and talk to the camera and totally ignore the
Oh, it's
other
easy.
pictures on the screen.
It's easy. I just put my phone on the arm of the chair, and then I can't see the chat.
Here you go. Of course, I'll have to get the size right, but what I'll probably do is just cut those two side pieces off that are attached to the circle and attach it onto my model.
I'm just getting back to normal. I had to have a tooth pulled this morning.
There you go.
My daughter had that done the other day.
Yeah,
So that's
I
what I
didn't like
want
seeing
to.
it. She's
That's what
only
I want to
30
do
and-
to that TPU.
a bit down on something that had something too hard in it on Saturday and snapped a tooth.
Yeah, she had.
Oh,
It was going to be either a root canal or they decided to just go ahead and extract it. Just like I hate seeing it because she's only 30. Hate seeing teeth get pulled that young, but
Yeah, well, the dentist pulled the bit that was broken off, but couldn't get the roots out, so got to go back and have that done again.
oh,
Yeah.
horrible. I've had a root canal, but I've never had an extraction other than my wisdom teeth.
I've had a couple of extractions.
I've still got all four wisdom teeth.
No, I lost them. I lost
Doesn't-
mine.
Well, we can tell that, Dominic.
Mine had to
Thank
come
you.
out because they were coming in sideways.
Yeah, mine were too. Mine were impacted, and I was
Yep.
just getting massive headaches, and they went and put me under. They told me not to eat anything the night before, and I figured that didn't count whiskey because that's what you drink that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's liquid.
Yeah, so it's mostly water, whiskey anyway. So as long as you didn't have milk substances like Bailey's in it.
I was not still drunk when I went in and sat in the chair.
Hmm. So she said, right, I'm going to take an x-ray of it. She said, can you bite down on that thing? I
Like,
said,
no.
"Fucking." That's where the problem is. I can't bite down on anything anymore. It hurts.
I think we're gonna have French toast for dinner.
Nice.
I had beef stew.
I still got ham and beans up there from a couple nights ago. That might be good too. But actually, what my mom used to do is she would just take flour and make cakes out of the beans. She'd take the leftover beans, mix flour into it until it was nice and thick, and then she'd fry those and make like bean patties.
Mm.
I haven't done that for a good while. That might be good. Make myself a bean burger.
Hmm.
I think
Well,
my wife wants French toast.
all our British friends like beans on toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever taken your beans and added flour until it was like a patty consistency and then fried it?
Can't say as I have. No.
No. Well, I haven't used that baked bean style. I've only used the kidney beans. Mash it up and make it into a patty.
Yeah.
Okay, back in 5.
Okay.
I have got some baked beans in there with a chili, like the chili baked beans. So the tomato sauce has got chili in it, and a peri peri one,
Anybody want to see how I do this?
a barbecue one.
In
Which Paul,
Tinker,
Paul
in
likes
Tinkercad?
beans, don't you?
What's that?
I think Paul likes barbecue baked beans.
Ah,
Cold the tin.
I haven't played around in any 3D software for probably a decade. But I used to use Lightwave 3D.
ah. Okay, let me share. I'll show you how, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, I guess it's been a while since I did it as well, because I used to use AutoCAD at work.
So I imported that file, right? So what I really want is this piece, these two pieces right here, and put it on this thing, which is what mine is, right? Tinkercad ain't the greatest thing in the world. So, or
Can't do a Boolean add.
yeah, it has basic shapes, and it's either a delete or an add. So the clear one is, or the clear one is, actually. So I was trying to think, because this thing's round, so it's like, okay, how do I disassemble this thing? And I actually know how to do this. So I already made a copy and stuck it up there at the end. So I can actually invert it, so it's going to be a delete. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn this damn thing upside down and then take it over here. And I'm just going to take it down and zoom in. And so I'm kind of cutting the top of that thing off, right?
Huh? Yep.
So you just go, highlight the two, go combine it, and it does what you want it to do, hopefully. Oh, come on, do the deletion, Tinkercad.
You might have had overlapping geometry. Have you tried just a square?
No, it's supposed to overlap because I've tried to delete the damn thing.
Well,
Oh,
okay,
I see
misaligned
it.
geometry.
I see the problem. Yeah, it's not
Misaligned
lined
geometry.
up. Yeah, misaligned.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When I do a Boolean operation like that, if I was just chopping off the bottom, I would do like an oversized cube, line it up orthographic from the side, so I knew exactly where it was at.
So Tinkercad allows you to highlight both things. You can click this little button up here, which is alignment, and you'll see you'll see little dots, so you can align it on the dots. So that looks a little better.
Yep.
Now it's probably actually aligned.
Now you can see overlapping geometry.
Mm-hmm. So now let's do this. We'll highlight it and go, okay, put those two pieces together. Really? Oh, no, come on. They're the exact same thing. One's upside down.
Yep, but they're really, really close. So you probably chopped it all boogered up. Yep, you did. Try a larger cube as your subtraction object.
Yeah. You know, I got a better idea.
Or scale it.
I got a better idea. This is the kind of shit you fight in these damn apps, right?
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna take a circle.
Yeah. Okay, a cube or a cylinder. Yeah, but make it
Yeah,
larger.
make
that
a
as your
cylinder, make it
subtraction object.
larger, make it larger. Yeah, there we go.
That's how I would have always done it. Because if you had overlapping geometry when you tried to do a deletion or a Boolean, you always got errors.
And then what I tend to do is just to exaggerate a bit.
Mhm.
Now I know I'm taking it out, right?
Yeah.
And go, okay, now give me what I want. Okay, that's better. So mine is kind of square, right? and the way this thing sits. And I can't do the bottom or the top of this because that's where the mount points for the ND filters fit. So what I really want is these two things. So Control C, Control B. I'm going to make another copy. Stick that over there. And I'm going to do something kind of similar.
At the center.
And I'm going to take 1/2 out at a time.
Why not scale your box down and take the center out and do both sides at once?
Because then both sides will be one object.
Yeah,
I
but
need
if you keep
each
it as
side
one
as its own independent object.
But if you're mounting stuff to that, don't you want them to stay the same size so that you don't get
No,
them,
because I'm gonna
spread apart?
I'm gonna resize them to fit up on this thing.
Huh? That those two round pieces, they connect to something, correct? no?
If I took out the middle, as far as Tinkercad goes, they're one object.
Right. That way you
Which
could scale. You
might,
could scale them both at the same time. You wouldn't get scaling issues trying to match them both individually.
yeah, it kind of depends on how well this is gonna fit. I may need one that's a bit more square instead
But
of
you
something
know
that
what
is
you
so
have in
round.
mind. I don't know what you have in mind, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Okay.
jump ahead in the way I would do it but I might not have it what you have in mind exactly.
Yeah. So there's one. Well, that's why I thought I'd. Oh, come on. Paste. Damn it. Okay. So come back. And oh, come on, Tinkercad. Get down here, damn it. Zoom in. Nope. Right on. No, that's about as close. There's a little triangle in there, but whatever. Usually I mush those things together and you end up never seeing them. Okay. Now I got the two little independent pieces. And you're right. Theoretically, yeah, they should be the same scale and blah. But, if I click on it, I have dimensions. So I can literally make them the same dimensions.
Yeah.
Actually, I could have just taken this thing, copied it, and rotated it 180, and I'd have had the
Mhm.
same thing.
Yep.
Like I said, Tinkercad is basic objects, and you just got to learn how to
Yeah.
manipulate
Boolean
things.
operations are fundamentals of 3D creation.
Nah, it's a lot of work.
That looks a lot simpler than Lightwave.
So,
Now, can
Let me
you
do-
open up multiple view panels there, or is it just one panel?
one panel.
Oh, that sucks. Because
Yeah.
Lightwave, you can have your 3D panel, and then you have your 3 orthographic top, side, and back. And you can.
Keep in mind, this is from AutoCAD. They're not going to make it easy.
AutoCAD was bloody hard work.
Yeah. This is a dumbed down thing that they have for creating. It's free.
Mm.
So everybody uses it because it's
Yeah.
bloody hell free. Yeah. I should have changed my scale back to 1 millimeter. Anyways, I'm just trying to get it in the center of the screen. Okay. Oh, not that. Hold the control key. There's probably an easier way to do this. This is just kind of how I know how to do it in this freaking app. Okay, let me get here. Oh, I'm a long ways off. Yeah, I'm still a ways off. Okay, I'm not off anymore. Now let's move it. Wow. Guys, that's pretty close. The points are touching, so it would print okay. And it gives me And you know, there's a way to kind of fix this because it's not quite long enough. So let me do this. Let's go instead of 18.2, let's go say 19. And then stretch that thing down. And actually, Don, maybe I should do what I said, just copy it, rotate it 180 and put it on the other side. That would actually be easier. It looks like it needs to be longer, doesn't it? Okay, let's try 23. Ooh.
Let's see. What are those curved pieces that you're working on there? Are they a hood?
Yeah, it's kind of like a hood.
Like a sun hood? Or no?
Lens hood.
Lens hood, really.
Yeah.
And that's so that if the thing goes in nose first, the hood takes the hit, not the camera lens.
Okay, so that's all that is. So
I need it to be spread out so that the camera won't see it in the wide view.
So it could conceivably be not just that. It could conceivably be just four or five pieces that are sticking out like that.
Yeah.
Depending on how much weight you want to put on it.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the other part. You don't want it to be too damn heavy, right?
Mm-hmm. So if you were to have done like
so ideally I would do a different kind of curve. I just don't know how to do fucking curves in this application. So here's the funny part. I created that. Now I'm going to delete it because I think I'm going to do what I was telling you, which is just copy it, rotate it 180 and put it on the other side. And literally when I do that, I can use the arrow keys and it should be lined up with the one on the other side. Yeah, come here, move. Yep, those two pieces are touching. Yeah, the fun freaking art of
Curves will be pretty straightforward. You just use a circle, put it in, and either delete outside it or inside it, one or the other, depending on way around you want the curve.
Yeah, you're not wrong. They've got another tool that's sort of a bendy object that you can.
They don't have a mirror tool. Oh, you have a mirror tool up there. Okay, so when you do a mirror, it doesn't mirror across in.
Oh yeah, right there.
Does it not mirror in world space, or is it just local space?
Local, I would assume.
Like local to the object or to
to the object. Whatever you have highlighted.
Okay.
Here. Let's try it. Oh, there you go. See the arrows?
Mm-hmm.
So you can mirror whichever direction you want to mirror it. I don't really want to.
Yeah, but it does look like it's only local to that individual object and not world space.
If you like shift click multiple objects, then it should treat it as one big object and mirror the whole thing. Okay, now let me see something. So on this side, how close is that outside edge of that circle? Looks like it's right on the outside edge. And let's see here. That one's hanging over the edge, and that one's on the outside edge. Okay, that's weird. And you know, the reality of it is, I think I want to. Oh, I cut one side thinner than you. Oh no. When he designed it, he cut it one side thinner than the other. Yes, sir.
If you want to make it symmetrical, why not delete that, select both objects, flip them, those two copies, copy them and then flip them, and then delete the bottom piece, the duplicate bottom piece. That way keep it symmetrical on both sides and lined up exactly right.
Okay, I'm not following.
If you were to delete the piece that you don't like how it's lined up, And delete.
I think the difference might be that the wall is a different thickness on each side.
On each side of your pink
Yeah,
object?
I think the
Oh.
pink object is. I think the pink object, the walls might not be the same length, but
Maybe not.
so here, let's do this. Let me lift them up, and here's how I end. Oh, come on, Tinkercad. There we go. Here's how I end up finding out crap like that. Since I really don't like their ruler. And how the hell did I rotate that thing? I didn't want to rotate that thing. No, that's right. Here. Something's weird. Okay. Over here. Yeah. Now I gotta
See, this
change.
is why I don't get 3D printer, because I would delve back into 3D and it's a
There. So there's kind of the edge of that wall, the inside wall. $13.6 roughly. Okay, now let me slide this to the other side and see whether it yeah, there's the answer. Done. Notice my object's a little beyond the outside on this side. So they're literally different thicknesses. Yeah, whatever.
it'll print, and if it works, it'll work. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
As long as it works. Sometimes I don't worry about the beauty of it. Oops, I went down too far. Okay. Actually, sometimes I go down too far like that, just so that the two prints are interconnected for sure.
I'm guessing Dominic is eating dinner or ordering dinner.
Now I'm actually ordering a coffee at 7-Eleven.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
oh wait, yeah, I forgot about time and how it works with us, Dominic. I'm ready for dinner.
There you go. See? There.
Yeah. What can I say? Close enough. Horseshoes, hand grenades.
Hmm.
I'm not using AutoCAD to draw this thing, so.
Okay, church.
Wonder if I could find a square hood on Yagi. Maybe I could find something else to.
Oh, Don, you gonna go make dinner, are you?
Here's one for a Cadix Vista.
Yeah, my wife was gonna be home in a few minutes, and I usually let her make French toast. She's better at it than me. French toast isn't very complicated, and
Hmm.
if she cooks it as good as me, why not let her cook it and tell her that
Exactly.
she's better than me?
I don't know. Close enough. Sometimes I just say to hell with it.
Well, I think I'm gonna call it, guys.
Okay.
What are you gonna call it?
Call it adieu, goodbye, so long, sayonara.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. Hey,
Then I
thanks
guess
for
I'll go
being
cook.
here. We'll see some of you in the morning.
That's optimistic.
Okay.